If you find yourself speaking with a native Spanish speaker, there may be moments as you're listening to them talk and you're trying to keep up and doing that real-time translation in your mind. There might be moments where you hear something and you say, gosh, that sounded a little more formal or a little more sophisticated than how I would have said it in English. Let me demonstrate what I mean with the following statement in English. Listen closely. What you just told me is exactly what I needed to hear. Okay, that makes perfect sense in English, but I can make it sound a little more sophisticated or a little more formal by just making a couple tweaks to the statement. Listen again with these tweaks. That which you just told me is exactly that which I needed to hear. Okay, did you catch what I changed? I simply changed the word that from the first example to that which in the second example. And I did it in two places. I said, that which you just explained to me is exactly that which I needed to hear. And saying things that way in Spanish is normal. So you'll hear this kind of thing very often. And in Spanish, they use the words lo que and la que to do that. All right, so let me show you a few examples. So if you want to say you are what you eat, our natural tendency as English speakers is to say tú eres que comes, because that's the direct translation. But that's incorrect. We have to bring in this mechanism, the lo que or the la que that we're talking about. So the correct way to say this is tú eres lo que comes. Say that with me. Tú eres lo que comes. Notice the lo que in green. Next example, we want to say something like, what you seek does not exist. Our tendency naturally as English speakers would be to say, que buscas no existe. What you seek or what you search for does not exist. All right, because that's the direct translation. It makes a lot of sense in our mind. But in fact, we have to use the lo que mechanism. So, lo que buscas no existe. Say that with me. Lo que buscas no existe. That's kind of fun to say. The third example, does it explain what we have to do? So we're asking a question. Our natural tendency, our natural inclination would be to say, ¿se explica qué tenemos que hacer? That's incorrect. Again, we have to use lo que. So we have to say, ¿se explica lo que tenemos que hacer? ¿Se explica lo que tenemos que hacer? Does it explain that which we have to do? And finally, she is the woman we need. All right, our natural inclination as English speakers would be to say, ella es que necesitamos, but that's incorrect. The correct way to say it is, ella es la mujer que necesitamos. Say that with me. Ella es la mujer que necesitamos.